Who's having a booze up?
Ricky, apparently.
Oh. Now, listen, you do know the way, don't you?
It's Kent, Pauline, not the back of the arm.
All right, now, do you want a flask of tea?
No, I got a flask of tea. I've been seen off by her grandparents.
Look, when you see Dot, tell her Ethel's over the worst, but she's still very weak, and I think a visit from Dot would do her a power of good.
Right, better go off now.
Right, we'll have a good journey. Don't drive too fast.
See you later, Nudge.
See ya.
No, I won't have anything yet. I'm waiting for somebody. He'll be here any minute.
OK.
OK, try it now. Maybe I should phone for a cab or something. Have you got a mobile phone? Maybe I should hitch a lift. The thing is, if I don't go now, she's going to give up on me. I saw a bus go past. Maybe I should flag one down. Oh, thank you. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
No. I'm still waiting, thank you. I'm sure I'll be here very shortly. I think I'd better see if he's waiting outside.
Sorry, Mr. C!
Nigel!
Mr. C!
Oh, Nigel!
I thought I was going to miss you. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I had a nightmare journey. First, the car broke down.
Did it?
Then I had to walk to the phone box.
Oh, no.
When I got the car going, I hit a major traffic jam on the A2. And then, of course, when I got into town, Thank you. So how come you're living here?
It's nice, isn't it? Very nice class of clientele. Very quiet, refined.
Well, I'm to Nick and Zoe and Ashley.
Didn't I mention it in one of my letters?
Mrs. C, I haven't heard from you in 2 years.
Oh, is it really that long? Do you mind? I mean, I know I should have given it up, what with all the talk about what it does to your brain cells, but it's one of my few remaining pleasures.
You started to send my letters back.
Well, that would have been when I moved, wouldn't it? I could have sworn I sent you a change of address card.
So what did he do to you this time, then, eh?
Do to me?
Nick.
Nothing. Just moved away, that's all. Anyway, tell me about Ethel. You're sure she's really on the mend, are you?
Well, it was touch and go for a while there, but take more than a bit of flu to put Ethel out of action. She'll be so pleased to see you.
How's Debbie? Oh, I was over the moon when you wrote and told me you was getting married. It's a shame I couldn't make it to the wedding, you know, but what with me back and everything.
She, Debbie, she died.
Died?
Hit by a car. It'll be, 2 years ago this June.
Oh, Nigel.
I'm looking after Claire now. I've got custody. So there you are. I've become a husband, then a widower, and a stepdad since I saw you last.
They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. I'm ever so sorry, Nigel. These are even nicer than them ones in the tea room, you know, down in Walford High Street.
Listen, why don't you stay over at mine tonight? Then we'll go and see Ethel tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know.
The thing is, I told Grant I'll be back this evening. There's a do on.
A do?
Stag night. Ricky Butcher's getting married.
Again?
Yeah, to Bianca Jackson.
Who?
I don't think you know her.
No.
You can go to the hen night. Everyone will be there.
Look, I think perhaps we'd better call the visit off. All right? I mean, it seems silly me going all that way when there ain't an emergency, don't it?
Well, it's no trouble. I mean, I'm here now.
Now, well, tell Ethel I'll come and see her soon.
Well, you can go and see her tomorrow.
Well, there's no point, is there, Nigel? Not if she's on the mend.
But everyone's expecting you.
Yes, well, tell them I'll pop down when I'm not so busy. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you some money, and you can buy Ethel a bunch of flowers for me, and a card, a nice one, with a verse. £3 be enough?
Only takes an hour, Mrs. C. An hour down the motorway and you'll be in Albert Square.
Some other time, eh? Now tell Ethel do as the doctor tells her, because she's a great one for flushing her pills down the loo.
Mrs. C.
Yeah, well, you better get off, Nige. Thanks for a lovely lunch.
It's been great seeing you.
Just remember, a friend loveth at all times. Proverbs, chapter 17. And don't forget to tell Ethel, you know, doctor, pills.
Right. See you, Mrs. C.
All right, Nigel, you up for it? Where's Sanjay?
On his way, and Geeta.
That's not right, Dot. I told you she was acting funny.
No, you're right. Something's up.
Seeing a happy couple today?
What?
Ricky and Bianca. Pat,
What?
you all right?
Yeah. Seeing these, that's all.
Sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Well, we're told me the body were absent from the Lord.
You what?
Because we walk by faith, not by sight.
Do we?
Corinthians, chapter 5, verses 6 and 7.
It's no smoking, I'm afraid.
Breathing aloud, is it?
It is. So's tea. Would you like one?
Oh, that's very kind.
How'd you take it?
You know, it's the first time I've seen Ethel for ages. Years.
That's a shame.
Oh, it's only because I was living away.
No, what I mean is, it's a shame you've seen her like this. Normally she's quite sprightly.
Is she? She looked awful.
Oh, she'll be as right as rain in a few days.
Do you think so?
Ethel's a tough old bird. Isn't she, Alex?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to creep up on you. I just wanted to return this.
This is Mrs. Cotton, Ethel's friend.
How do you do?
Doc Cotton?
Ethel's mentioned me then, has she?
Oh, once or twice. Well, just about every time we meet. I bet seeing you's cheered Ethel up no end. Nothing like a familiar face.
No. What's the staff like in here? I mean, that nurse, she seemed a bit of a madam.
Oh, Gloria's fine. Mind you, Ethel's favourite's Charlie.
A man? I might know.
Apparently he has bedroom eyes.
I beg your pardon.
Well, Ethel seems to be quite fond of him.
And you, a man of the cloth.
You should see the sparkle in her eyes whenever he's on the rota.
Oh, yes.
She told him.
She never.
He was chuffed to pieces.
Oh, well, Ethel Skinner, she always was a bit flighty.
Yeah, it's life in the old girl yet.
I hope so.
Oh, Mrs. Cotton. I've got parishioners 25 years younger than Ethel. I haven't got half the get up and go she has.
Oh, she ain't got much go in her at the moment.
Well, she'll pick up.
Do you reckon?
Well, especially now you're here. Well, how long are you planning on staying?
I ain't sure.
Mrs. Cotton, I haven't known her that long, but I've known Ethel long enough to see that she really thrives on company.
Did you hear what he said?
Dot.
Dot?
Mrs. C.
What you looking at? It really is me, Nigel. I ain't an apparition. This was taken years ago. I look almost human.
Oh, yeah. That's the street party we had for the Queen's Jubilee.
Here, take a look at this one. There's Pauline when she was still a slip of a girl.
Oh. I remember that dress. My mum made it for me for Christine Burns's party.
Yeah, well, you never could wear pink.
So you had a nice time of it then, you and Ethel, chatting about the good old days?
Oh, well, they weren't all good, Nigel.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, you must have lived through some terrible times, you know, with the war and everything, but...
But still better than talking about the future, especially when you get to our age. Is that what you're saying?
Are you all right, Mrs. C?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. I better be getting off.
But you've only just got here.
I've been here all day, Pauline. Ethel's wore me out. Must have gone through every picture she ever had taken.
Back to Gravesend, is it?
Well, there's not much point me going nowhere else, Nigel, seeing as that's where I live. I mean, if I get a move on, I can just catch the 3 o'clock.
No, you won't.
Well, what's the matter? Is me watch stopped?
I'll drive you back. I'll be about 10 minutes.
But you ain't got a car.
Well, that's what I'm going to sort out. I'll borrow Grant's again.
Yeah, but what about Claire? I mean, you can't go leaving her all on her own.
I'll get Maxine to come round and look after till I get back.
Yeah, but I've got a return ticket.
So?
So it's a waste.
Oh, Mrs. C.
Well, remember the parable about the rich man and the wasted goods?
Oh, Dot, listen to him.
Well, the good Lord said it, Pauline, not me.
I'm sure the good Lord won't mind just this once.
Yeah, and so am I.
I'll clear it with Grant.
Do you want me to take these back to Ethel for you?
Oh, no. Keep them, she said.
Oh. Look, who's this outside number 53? Who lived there?
Oh, it's old Mrs. Perkin. She must have passed away a few months after this was taken. Then Lou.
Yeah.
It's only me and Ethel left.
You will come back, won't you?
Of course.
But 3 years is too long.
Do you know, it's the longest time that Ethel and me have ever been parted. Well, it's a bit funny being back in Albert Square, if you want to know the truth, Pauline.
Doc, you know what they say, that you can take the girl out the East End, but you can't take the East End out the girl.
I don't think I'd want to. Sounds painful.
Oh, you know, it is nice to see you again.
Fantastic. This, Mrs. C. You sure you don't want anything?
No, thanks. Anyway, you look as if you've got enough there to feed the 5,000.
Forget the cream.
Oh, no, go on, have it if you want it. Don't expect me to solve your conscience.
All right, just a little dollop. Thanks. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely place to have a cup of tea.
No, I mean, you and me having a little natter, just like the old days.
Yeah.
Got lots of friends in the hotel, have you? A chat to?
Oh, they're a nice enough bunch.
Must be really great.
What?
Living in a hotel.
Yeah.
Claire says I treat the flat like a hotel sometimes.
Well, it's good you expect everyone to pick up after you. You certainly did when you was living with me.
It don't matter in a hotel, though, does it? I mean, that's what you're paying for. Someone to fetch and carry for you.
Yeah.
No hoovering, no ironing, no cleaning. Wish I could afford it. When I come up on a lottery, eh?
Does he keep in touch?
Who?
Nick.
From time to time.
Visit you much, does he?
Well, it's a long way from Glasgow,
It's not that far, not really.
isn't it? Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, ask me about Wales. I could go on Mastermind, but I ain't never been to Scotland.
Sure.
Look, shall we get on?
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
There's two places you do know really well. Wales and Walford. And you end up living in Gravesend.
Yeah.
Home again, Mrs. C.
Yeah. I would ask you in for tea, only,
Oh, lovely.
they'll have stopped serving by now.
Oh. Oh, well, no problem. We will be seeing you soon, though, won't we, Mrs. C?
I'll pop up next few days.
Well, give me a phone first. I'll come down for you. Hey, maybe next time I could bring Claire. She'd love to see you again.
Yeah, I'd love to see her, but I mean, I can make my own way up to Walford. I may be ancient, I ain't completely helpless. Well, not yet.
Didn't say you were, Mrs. C.
Well, thanks. I really enjoyed myself today.
Go in, Mrs. C. Don't get cold. Hello, Pauline.
Hi, Nigel. How'd you get on with Dot yesterday?
That's funny, I was just thinking about her.
Oh, you got her home okay?
Oh, yeah, I left her off right at the hotel.
It's funny, I was thinking I should have asked her back to the house.
She was very anxious to get away.
She didn't say much about what she'd been doing, did she?
Well, you know, once Dot and Ethel get onto the old days, there's no stopping them.
Did she say much on the way home?
Not really, no. She wasn't very chatty.
Not like our Dot.
Well, I suppose you can't expect to pick up where you left off after all this time.
No, well, I'm not going to leave it so long now that I know where she is.
That's just what I was thinking. Why don't we invite her up for a proper visit?
Yeah, she's got no excuse now, has she?
Right, I'll phone her today, and I won't take no for an answer.
It's Dot, isn't it? Dot Cotton.
Sorry?
Nellie Ellis. Lou's cousin.
Oh. Hello.
Ethel said you'd been up to see her. It was good of you to come all the way from... where was it, she said?
Gravesend. Least I could do.
Yes, I know. They can go downhill so quickly at Ethel's age.
Ethel Skinner's going to see us all out yet.
Well, of course, we all hope that. I'm in and out of her room all day long, seeing if there's anything I can do for her.
Oh, you live there as well, do you?
Yes. Oh, it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, if you like that kind of thing.
The flats are so cosy. All the amenities are close by. And everybody's so friendly.
You mean they all know your business?
Well, that's better than no one taking any interest. That can happen all too easily when you get to our age.
Well, only if you sit in your armchair and expect the world to come to you. I mean, you've got to make the effort, you know. You've got to get out, make yourself busy.
Yes. And that's all very well if you've got your health. But it all comes down to family and friends in the end, doesn't it?
Yes, well, in that respect, I ain't got no complaints.
Oh, me neither. But poor Ethel. All she's got's her friends now. Not that she's short of friends.
Oh. Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Kind of too many friends.
Oh.
Well, I'd better get off now.
Oh, I thought you were waiting for the bus.
No, my legs, you know. I got to watch my legs.
Oh.
on, get away.
Oh, hello again. Sorry, but he's just being friendly.
Yes, well, I don't want him slobbering over me, Mac. He shouldn't be hurt if you can't control him.
Oh, he's just excited. Yeah, he's been stuck indoors when I'm at work.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised the council let you have big dogs like that in their houses.
There's no harm in Willard, is there? Oh.
No, they're good houses. They've got lovely features. I mean, no big dog like that could do a lot of damage with his claws.
Oh, no, he's house trained. He knows not to scratch. Well, not since my mum redecorated, anyway.
There weren't nothing wrong with it as it was.
Mrs. Dorothy Cotton. But you must have. This is the Estuary Hotel, Gravesend, isn't it? Yeah, well, she's definitely staying there. I dropped her off last night myself. Oh. Well, look, could she have checked out this morning? Oh, look, this can't be. It must be a mistake. Are you sure? Well, are you sure there's only one Estuary Hotel in the area? Right, but, could you try another number for me? Dorothy Cotton, Gravesend. No. Try, N Cotton, Nick. Oh, no, it's all right. OK, right, thanks very much. All right, bye.
I'll get that machine fixed in the morning, so don't worry.
Yeah, sorry to drag you out, but it was an emergency. It's always the way, isn't it, the first day back?
Yeah. Here, do you fancy a cuppa before you go home?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, sorry, you're busy.
No, it's all right, Nigel. I'm just going to have a cup of tea. It's a fresh pot.
No, I won't stop. It's about Dot.
Oh, yeah, did you speak to her?
Well, that's the thing. I rang the hotel and they said she wasn't staying there.
Well, you did ring the right one, the Estuary.
I know I did. It's the one I dropped her off at last night. They said they'd never heard of her.
Oh, that's very odd.
I tried director inquiries, but there was no listing under Dot or Nick.
Oh, what's all this?
Oh, Dot Cotton. She turned up at Ethel's yesterday. You must have heard about her. She's a real character. She used to smoke all the time, always knew the latest gossip. She used to live in your house.
Yeah, of course I've heard of her.
It is odd, you know, Nigel.
I know.
You know, when we came out of the laundrette earlier, there was a woman hanging about. In fact, I thought she was going to talk to you, but, well, she just turned away.
Well, was she tall and thin? Sort of reddish-brown hair, wearing a light raincoat?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Dot? Well, why didn't she come and say hello if she's here? Do you think she could still be out there?
Well, it was only 5 minutes ago.
I don't suppose you know what time the next bus is. Be ours yet, I suppose. There's never one when you need one. Do you... Oh, suit yourself. No, you're right. They're terrible things. They're very bad for you. It's too late for me. And I've few enough comforts left as it is. You live around here, do you? I used to once. There used not to be a day when I couldn't walk down that market street without stopping a dozen times to say hello. But you're soon forgotten. Life goes on. People change.
You've noticed it too?
Oh, they say hello. But it's what they don't say. It's the look in their eyes.
Yeah, it's their eyes. That's how you can tell.
I'd rather have the kindness of strangers than the pity of friends. Do unto others. That's what the good Lord says. We shall all be judged by our kind acts when the day comes to stand before the Almighty.
Do you know when that day's going to be?
Oh, I say, you know not the hour nor the moment. You got to be ready, that's all. You got to be ever vigilant.
You do know, don't you? Listen, please, you've got to tell me. I need to know.
Get away from me. What's wrong with you?
No, I need to know. Please, you've got to tell me.
Get back. Go on, I'll scream. I will. Threatening to defend that poor woman. I'll call the police.
One of them, man.
Get away from me. Go on.
Joe, what's wrong?
She started screaming at me for no reason, Nigel. You've got to stay away from her.
Who? What are you talking about?
She's talking about Talking about Judgment Day. She's offering me cigarettes.
Look, well, she's an elderly lady, sort of tall and thin.
She wouldn't stop talking. She wouldn't let me go.
Where is she?
She's down there.
Mrs. C! Mrs. C! It's me!
Oh, Nigel.
Didn't you hear me calling?
I'm just off.
But, what are you doing here? Why didn't you come and say hello?
I didn't have the time.
No, but I've been trying to phone you all day.
Yes, well, I was out, so you wouldn't have got me.
But what are you doing here?
Well, I thought I'd just call in on Ethel again. You know, I don't know how I landed up here. It was a bad idea.
No, it's been great to see you, but you can't rush off.
What about the bus?
No, you can't.
Oh, Nigel, please.
I don't understand, Mrs. C. What's wrong?
Well, I got a... Oh, it was a mistake.
Mrs. C.
She's in the bathroom. She didn't like the cat bed much. She was starting to move about all night.
Yeah, she was always a light sleeper.
Yeah. She's not too keen on the bathroom either. She's been asking me where the cleaning things are.
It can't be that bad. I did it on the weekend. You don't have to do that, Mrs. C.
No, I'll just give it a quick once-over. Least I could do.
I should be getting ready.
Right. Come on in, make you some breakfast.
Oh, I couldn't eat a thing. I'm feeling very liverish. I never slept a wink.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the camp bed. I should have thought. Well, how about a nice cup of tea?
No, I don't think so, because I've got to watch my stomach. I don't want it acting up on that long journey.
Well, you shouldn't be rushing off, not if you're not feeling well.
I don't know why I let you talk me into stopping in the first place.
Because it was too late for you to go back. Anyway, I wanted you to get to know Claire better and see the flat.
Yes, well, she's a lovely girl, and I've enjoyed my visit, but I really ought to be getting
Look,
off.
why don't you make a day of it while you're here? We can go and see Ethel again. Unless there's some reason you've got to hurry back.
Well, nothing that can't wait, I suppose.
Right, then I'll make you a cup of tea.
Only if you're having one, because I don't want to be no trouble.
Right. I'll make you a cuppa, and I'll fill you in on everything that's happened since you've been away. There's been some changes.
No, I could see that from walking round the square yesterday. I mean, that family what lives in my house, for a start.
Jackson's.
Yeah, children, dogs, in and out all day.
No, there's just 3 children there now, and 1 dog. They're a nice couple, Carol and Alan. She works in the laundrette.
Oh, does she?
Oh, not like having you in there, of course, Mrs. C.
No. Yeah, I see Sharon's name weren't over the door of the Vic no more.
No, it's Peggy now.
Who?
Phil and Grant's mum.
Oh.
She's landlady now.
Oh.
Sharon and Grant separated a couple of years ago.
No, really?
It's a long story. But it started when Sharon and Phil... Well, you know.
Sharon and Phil? Oh, I see.
That's where?
At the flat. She stayed the night. I'm out on a cigarette run.
Oh, so it was her. What's she doing here? Why didn't she come and say hello?
Well, that's what I can't work out. She seemed embarrassed when I found her. Had a real job getting her to come back to the flat at all.
Oh, well, she always did like to be asked at least twice.
I'm really worried about her, Pauline. There's something not quite right.
You want me to talk to her?
Oh, would you?
I'll tell you one thing. If Dot's got a problem, it's going to be Nick.
Well, she never mentioned him.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll pop round as soon as I finish this shift. I'll find out what's going on.
Oh, great. I know she'd love to see you. Better get back. She's waiting on these.
Okay. There's so much to tell you. So many changes since you went.
Yeah, none of them for the better, from what Nigel was telling me.
Did he tell you, that I'd lost Arthur?
Arthur?
Yes. It's nearly a year now. It's a brain hemorrhage. Right out the blue.
Oh, Pauline. I didn't know. Oh, I can't believe it. Not Arthur. Oh, I'm so sorry. He was such a good man. One of the best.
Yeah. Well, we're still trying to find out how it happened. But, Oh, and of course you wouldn't know about Michelle and Vicky. They're living in America now.
America? That's halfway around the world. What are they doing there?
Well, Michelle was offered a job that was just too good to turn down. Anyway, she met somebody over there, got married, and she's had another baby, called him Mark.
Oh, well, you'll be glad that she settled down at last. Still, it's a long way from home.
Yeah, well, I don't really care where she is as long as she's happy. Oh, and Mark's married too. Her name's Ruth. They live with me.
Oh, well, that's good of 'em. I'll stop you from being lonely.
Yeah.
You'll be a grandmother again then, I expect, before long.
We'll see.
How's little Martin?
Oh, growing up fast. But anyway, how about you? How are you, really?
Oh, I'm just the same. I still got my aches and pains, but I don't complain.
And what about your family? Your grandson, Ashley, wasn't it? And Nick?
Oh, they're fine. They're up in Scotland now, would you believe? Nick got an offer he couldn't refuse as well. Of course, they wanted me to go with them, you know, but, I mean, I couldn't face all that upheaval, not when I just got myself settled down at Gravesend.
Well, what's he doing up there?
Oh, well, he's in a computer company or something, you know, in Edinburgh. Oh, he's doing very well. I've only got to say the word and he'll send me the money to go up and see him.
Computers, eh? Didn't think Nick had it in him. Still, it's good to hear he's making a life for himself. At last.
Yeah, well, it's all turned out for the best.
So what did you think? How did she seem?
Oh, well, same old Doc. We had a good natter.
Did she say anything about how she'd been?
Well, usual list of complaints. But the main thing is Nick's well out of the way.
Working in computers?
Well, whatever story it is he's told her. The point is, Edinburgh's a long way away.
Edinburgh? Wasn't it Glasgow?
I'm sure she said Edinburgh. Well, it doesn't matter wherever he is. As long as Dot's not having to support him, she can get on with her own life. If she gets a bit lonely, well, she knows where we are. It's up to her.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, well, I've told her to keep in touch this time. Make sure you get her phone number before she goes, yeah?
Yeah, don't worry, I will.
All right, then. See ya.
Thanks, Pauline.
I'm ever so sorry I didn't get your wedding, Nigel.
Yeah, I wish she'd been there. It was the happiest day of my life.
Your Debbie. She looks radiant.
She was. She was beautiful. That day and every day.
Oh, you must miss her.
Terribly. It was only having Claire that got me through it. She's the most important thing in my life. That's why I want you to get to know her.
Yeah, well, she's a credit to you.
She gets more like Debbie every day.
I always said you make a good husband, didn't I? And a good father.
Well, it was you who kept me going when I thought no one would ever want me.
Oh, whatever you're talking about.
Doc, you did so much for me.
Oh, don't be soft.
That's why I want you to let me help you. I know something's wrong.
I don't know what you mean.
Nick's not in Scotland, is he?
Yes, he is, I told you.
Well, you told me he was in Glasgow, and you told Pauline he was in Edinburgh.
Well, I get confused. I mean, they're all the same, aren't they?
You're not staying at the Estuary Hotel, are you?
All that talk about a new life. Didn't take long for it all to go wrong.
What happened?
Well, Zoe left, you know, after about a year, taking little Ashley with her. Oh, well, I couldn't blame her. Way Nick treated him.
What did he do?
Oh, stayed out all hours, you know, drinking, spending all Zoe's wages, family credit. I mean, Zoe tried best she could, but it weren't fair on little Ashley. So she left. You know, she said she'd keep in touch, but I never heard a word. I don't know where they are now.
I'm sorry, Mrs. C.
Yeah, so. And it was just me and Nick again. Nick back to all his old ways. Lying, stealing from me, blaming me for everything going wrong.
Why didn't you get out too?
Oh, you'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? You'd think I'd know by now. But he is my son, Nigel. He's the cross I got to bear. Till the day I die.
So he's not living with you now?
No, he cleaned me out. Yeah, I mean, took all my savings, everything in the place worth selling. And then he went. Left me on my own again.
You're not really living in hotels, are you?
I couldn't afford to keep the place up, you know, not on my own, so I had to move to a bedsit. Oh, I didn't want you seeing it, Nigel.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
Oh, well, you know, I try to keep my standards up, you know, I do the best I can, but my pension don't go far.
Why didn't you come back to Walford where you knew you had friends?
How could I come back? I'd have been a laughing stock.
No, you wouldn't.
Look, Nigel, I left the square like a fool. All that talk about a new life. I mean, you told me it was wrong. Pauline told me it was wrong. And you was right.
No one's gloating.
Look, I know what people are like. I don't want them talking about me, laughing behind me back. I mean, I got me pride. It's the one thing I have got.
But I'm worried about you, Mrs. C. Why go on living in Gravesend where you've got no friends and no family?
Yes, but at least there's no one there who knows me shame.
There's no shame in being down on your luck.
Oh, I'm just a foolish old woman. Nobody wants.
Of course you're wanted. You've got so many friends here. There's Pauline, Ethel and me.
Look, I'm glad, you know, I've had the chance to see you again, and I'm glad to know that Ethel's going to be okay, but I really ought to be going.
I don't even know where you live.
Oh, well, I'll probably be moving again. I'll drop you a line, let you know where I am.
No, you can't just go off like this. Look, I'll see if I can get the car and run you home.
No, I've been enough trouble to you, you know, keeping you from work.
No, I wouldn't have missed seeing you for anything. Oh, look, here's Claire. Why don't you stay for tea? I'll ring Grant. We'd love you to stay for tea, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Please stay, Mrs. C.
All right.
Oh, what's that smell, Nigel?
Oh, sorry. Got it. Right. Great. Sit down.
But Nigel...
Come on, Claire, it's your favourite. Claire's better than me at this cooking lark, aren't you?
I sincerely hope so.
Popping across to the chippy is more my speciality, but we get by, don't we?
Yeah.
Here, Nigel. I think we can do better than this. What you got?
No, you don't have to, Mrs. C.
Look, Nigel, you'll have to excuse my manners, but there's no way I'm going to eat that stuff just to spare your feelings.
Oh, you don't have to worry about my feelings.
Oh, you got some bacon. Any eggs?
Mrs. C, you're not going to do us one of your famous fry-ups, are you?
Uh-huh.
Mrs. C, you cook the tea. You should let me do something.
You know how I like to keep myself busy.
Well, you've really sorted us out. We do the best we can, me and Claire, but...
Yes, it seems to me that you manage quite well between the pair of you.
No one does a fry-up like you, Mrs. C.
Oh, go on. Anyway, I nearly finished here.
Oh, Sonia, I thought you'd been arrested. I didn't know what to do. No, I can't. Things are kind of weird around here. You don't want to know. I've got to go now anyway. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
She's just clearing up. Does a good tea, doesn't she?
What about your training and your diet?
I'll get back to it tomorrow.
That's done. Where's my coat?
Mrs. C, why don't you stay? This is where you belong. You know it is.
We've been through all this before, Nigel.
It's been great having you here. Haven't you enjoyed it?
Well, I must say, I hadn't realised how much I missed having somebody to do something for.
Well, there you are, then. We'd love to have you stay, wouldn't we, Claire?
Yeah, of course we would.
You know you want to. Look, you're not going to let pride stop you coming back where you belong. Since when have you been afraid of what people think? So it didn't work out with Nick. Anyone can make a mistake.
Yeah, well, it's worse than that.
What do you mean?
Well, I ain't told you the old truth. Nick's in prison again.
Right.
You know, when I said he was back to his old ways, what I meant was drug dealing. I mean, the first I knew of it was when the police come round banging the door down. Oh, it was terrifying. Humiliated. All the neighbours was watching. I mean, that's why I had to leave. I couldn't stop there.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. C. How is he?
I don't know. I ain't been to see him. I ain't written to him. Nothing.
Well, no one could blame you. Not after what he put you through.
Well, now do you see why I couldn't come back? Because what if it got round, you know? I mean, how could I hold my head up? How could I face people?
No one has to know, not if you don't want them to.
Do you really think so?
No one's going to hear it from me.
You won't tell no one. You won't tell Pauline, no one.
Not a soul.
Yeah, but what will I say if people ask?
Just tell them what you told me, that Nick's gone away. I mean, it's not exactly lying, is it?
No, but I ain't got no savings, no money, nothing. I mean, how can I make a new start?
You can stay with us as long as you like.
Well, I'd have to pay me way. Because I wouldn't expect no charity.
I know you wouldn't.
Oh, Nige. I've been so lonely. Days on end when I ain't spoke to a soul. Nights laying awake, wondering what's going to become of me.
then come back where you belong.
Do you really think I could?